Like, I think he
Nah,
actually just typed random letters, unless it's like a completely
uh,
different language. But, anyways,
no, I don't think it's anything in Swedish either. So
it's just random. My thing is, if you do that, like, how do you remember what it is when you're like logging in elsewhere? So I don't know. It just feels weird to me. Anyways,
oh, you do remember.
somehow you just
At some point, it's just the muscle memory. You get used to it.
it's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, no, he's played Scout yesterday against Complexity. He played Scout last game against Evil Corporation. Actually, both games obviously ended up with wins and overall pretty good play. So, wonder if Imba Boy or ECX may address that here, maybe with the bans or
Mm,
possibly.
I don't think. I mean, maybe with the hero picks, not with the bans. I don't see them banning Scout unless there's some particular hero they're looking at. It is a comfort hero for druids though, like Hellbringer is. You don't see a lot of teams first picking Hellbringer, but druids will do it from time to time, like yesterday. It's really a hero they enjoy playing, especially in the middle row.
Yeah, there's Midas right there coming out. So again, pretty
Does
typical
seem like
start.
they've gotten a bit more stable roles than they've had before. Now with Pexu, he's gonna be taking the jungle every time. There was a time where this roster had kind of like they were swapping around a lot,
Yeah,
but I don't think that benefits a team necessarily. Maybe you can swap around Suicide mid or support jungle, or just two players can swap around or something. When the whole team is doing it, it gets confusing.
yeah.
I think they settled down now though. Picks are gonna play jungle every time, or they're gonna play carry every time at least. STSG does play middle from time to time though, and support from time to time though still. So
Yeah, I mean, you look at the top teams in Han's history, like in any of this genre of game. I mean, you really do have those staple roles, players playing specific roles, at least for a while. Eventually it
yeah.
could kind of change, but if you're rotating every game, like from game to game, not too sure, then yeah, it clearly there is a little bit of a downside to that, and I feel like some of these newer teams, they do experience that, but hopefully over time, that changes. But
I mean, we swap as well, but that's only me and Slasky pretty much swapping Sui and mid, depending on the heroes. But I think
yeah,
that's fine as long as it's somewhat a similar role you're playing, then it's fine. But if you swap too much around, it gets confusing in the end.
we got to talk about what just happened here, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of picks
Pandemonium.
here. And Doctor Repulsor, you don't see that hero too often either.
Nowadays, yeah, you're right. So, where? Why? What is this? What are they doing here?
I'm not sure. Like it's a standard opening from druids, and I mean maybe you have some ringers, just try some crazy stuff here. That might be their mindset. Not feeling too comfortable with their own style, with having like so many ringers right now.
Yeah, I
Like,
wonder who's gonna play the Pandemonium. Then, like, is that gonna be a carrier? Well, it has to be Doctor for carrier, right? For Emma Boy, so it's probably gonna be Panda mid
has
at
to be
point.
Death Growl, I think. Doom
Yeah,
Growl, Death Growl, whatever.
yeah. So he'll play the doc or the Panda again. I don't know too much about him, but maybe that's just a hero that he likes to play, perhaps. So something there, but.
Uh, maybe. I have never seen him played, but
Wow, he
maybe.
has. Oh, this is only 14 games, so never mind. He did a reset here recently. He's 14-0. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Anyways, um, okay, well, yeah, we'll see where it ends up. But again, the second pick, Pandemonium, it really is just kind of a case of head scratch there. It's like, wait, why? Why would you do that? But Panda's a fun hero. I mean, not
No,
not to underrate the hero. Like the hero has a lot of potential to put out a lot of good damage early, especially. So
it's mostly this carry counter though, and they already have the Hellbringer to stop him. So double Hellbringer ulti, you're not really gonna get Panda hold off. Kinda awkward this game, I would say, because
well,
of the Hellbringer mostly.
yeah.
Mini stunning, through shrunken even, just make it that much less appealing. I guess they have something crazy in mind here. Nymph Panda, Nymph Doctor, both synergizes okay. Nymph Doctor mostly though.
Mm-hmm. You got options though. Got options.
Double support again, of course, because
Yep.
they got 2 support players.
Makes sense
Bramble,
there.
old school Revolution hero.
Yeah, when they first started breaking on, we saw a couple of games today, yeah. Oh, they're going to go
It wouldn't fit
Malikan.
this lineup though, because they could just go greedy on ECX, and I mean, hard to win the game when you don't have a carry and it's not the most push.
Mm-hmm.
Bit push between Deadlift and Bramble, but they would have to be really on point to make that work.
So they go Malikan, and then Deadwood coming out.
It is kind of
Shit.
only Sane who plays that hero, and
Yeah.
Boxy from time to time, so I mean, I think it's kind of a bad hero because they nerf the ulti so much, but it can do work in lanes though. And the ulti is somewhat burst, even though it's so nerfed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zane definitely has a history of playing that Suicide, so, and, you know, he is pretty good against Malikan, I guess you could say, you know, with the Strength Steel and
Yeah,
reducing
that's
the
true.
armor a little bit too.
I
So
would favor the Legion draft once again though. Just seems like the most stable of the 2 drafts, all around.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, there's a great combo again with Midas Deadlift.
We got a single core versus a tri-core here, essentially, with these lineups too. So, yeah,
Tricore?
on the Hellborn side, yeah. What? I guess a dual core. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
throwing
duo,
Deadwood in there,
I would
but
say.
yeah, maybe not. So.
Like then you can if you take Deadwood as a core, then Midas is a core as well.
Okay.
I would say.
Fair enough. Yeah. No.
I mean, it is cores. Midas is a core at least when he's middle, but it's kind of if you're referring to carry core or just a core.
Yeah. It's like well, like what if Deadwood was Pebbles? Like, would that be considered a tri-core then? I mean,
Not if he's suicide.
I guess
If he's mid,
it's how you interpret it. Yeah, that's fair.
if he's suicide, he's not gonna be the guy who's prioritized in farm. That's
Yeah.
gonna be Panda, so he doesn't really transition into a core. He's more of the guy who sets up the ganks.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of functions like Magmus, Rally, those kind of heroes this game.
You've seen him for Chaoli once again, pointing at the top lane. He's going to get that ward of sight down, so basically the same thing he did last game. So obviously on the opposite side here. But this time,
There's a lot of
not gonna be as
support that
impactful.
does that. If you suspect some kind of main up lane,
Mm-hmm.
or if you just want to get early information. It's not gonna get countered most likely unless they have some intel on him doing this every game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's smart.
Now you see the Legion team, they are setting up as if they're going to be running aggressive up here. Got Malikan solo short right now, Midas solo mid, and so what would
This
this be?
seems a bit awkward.
Yeah. Rhapsody Hellbringer?
Farming Hellbringer, I guess. Deadlift in the enemy jungle. It could work, but they're going up against the tri-lane of ranged heroes on the Hellborn side, so
Mhm.
he's not gonna get he's not gonna be able to jungle this game. Deadlift enemy. He's gonna have 2 supports sitting on top of him. So.
Well, yeah, this is curious tri-lane setup here from
Uh,
Druids.
I expect Star Source to, as soon as he sees that it's Midas solo mid, run top immediately to help the top lane out. He is expecting solo Hellbringer, I think, Suicide Midas. He sees it's a Suicide Midas now, and he's running top.
Yeah.
That's good.
Picks up that goodness from the pseudo tri-lane up here. Deadlift initially, at least, is going to be in the lane here so far, so
Yeah,
we are moving a little bit now. Guess we wanted a couple creeps there.
he is strong on lane, but in a tri-lane, not sure.
Some counter warding going on. Well played there by GLE.
He got the stack off as well. Or did
Oof,
Nope.
Just missed it. Good block there by Deadlift in response. So the mind game's coming out, but yeah, it eventually has transitioned into a full tri versus tri lane here at this top. So definitely some good harassment expected to come out.
It's two really strong lanes, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
Deadlift, you could say that they have an edge because they're 3 ranged on Hellborn, but Deadlift is just so good. So I think it's kind of even. If he gets level 2, it gets scary for Hellborn. Even level 1 grip is how much? I'm not really sure, but it's quite some time in Mobilize, I would say.
Yeah, it's
Honest.
up to 2.5 seconds, so probably
Yeah,
get
at
around
level
2
1,
seconds
right?
or so. Yeah, at level
Yeah.
1. Oh,
That's
there we go. They're going to go on Andromeda. This should be a bloodlust. Yeah, you see right there, just so much lockdown and upfront damage even.
yeah.
They do.
That's Deadlift. If I think they shouldn't allow him to go out there and get level 2 as the support. They should focus on keeping him level 1, because now you see the snowball effect of him getting level 2 is crazy.
Oh my
And getting
gosh.
Doctor as well.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, like you just can't do anything there. If it's not even that he was out of position. He was just simply got caught by the death grip, as a lot of heroes do, and too much.
And now it's kind of any hero gets hit by the Q is dead at this point when they hit level 3. So as long as he can sustain his mana, they won this lane now. It's hard for ECX to really make plays before Panda or Deadwood rotates over. He is winning bottom though. On Sane, that's surprising.
Oh my gosh, he might get a kill here. Sword throws on cooldown, actually. He has another tree that he's going to grab. Okay, it's not going to be a kill, but there's a lot of pressure.
Super surprising, Noni Sane. Normally he's not the best one-on-one laner. He's more about the setting up kills. He's really good at suicide, but when it comes to one-on-one, he's not really the best out there, you know?
Okay.
Like the Bugsy, like the Pro Busk, all those guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm a bit surprised he's winning the lane, but it's well played by Sane.
Yeah, no, I watched a little bit there. I mean, he dodged like a sword throw. He obviously put a lot of pressure on Malikan right there. Nearly even getting a kill. Malikan's down to 1 tree eater here. He's going to get a bottle and a health potion.
Dominating here.
He is, though, yeah.
If you look at creep kills, at least.
Malikan does have a lot more regen now, though, that he has going for him.
Yeah,
so.
but it's kind of, in a sense, a victory for Deadwood, forcing him to go bottle. It's not the ideal scenario for Malikan. So, a small victory for Sane, forcing him to do that. He might be in trouble.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to rock grass on himself, try to help him get away. See, Deadlift trying to block. Not going to happen,
Another sword
though.
throw? Why? He had boots. Maybe he figured he wouldn't catch up. He could have tried for it, though.
Yeah, not worth the
I think
chase.
it's worth it.
Oh, Deadlift? Okay. Gonna spot the rune, but sees that Deadwood will pick it up in front of him. Oh god, we have Deadlift and Deadwood in the same game. I just realized that. That's gonna be fun to say. Pandemonium. How is this middle lane going? Panda, what are we looking at? 24 and 8. You got Midas 18 and 5. So Pandemonium actually winning this middle lane here.
Surprising as well.
Yeah. That's what I would figure too. There's some good damage on a Midas, but not enough for a kill. But you see some pressure. It's a good synergy of Andromeda and Pandemonium. Oh, but now Andromeda's in trouble. Actually gets caught by the Transmute. Gonna go for the turn on the Midas. Does get the kill on Andromeda, but now Pandemonium. No, the Cannonball just a little too slow. The charge up time of it. Midas able to escape.
Midas is this kind of hero, though, where unless you play it really well, you're not for sure gonna win your lanes. It's a bit hard to play in lane. The pressure you have to put up with your spells as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of spells.
Oh, top lane. That's a dead Nymphora. The dot ends up killing him. Back to the bottom lane, actually. Deadwood is trying to live here. He does have his Falcon Punch now, but again, he's just trying to escape this whole time. Oh, the final auto attack, not enough. Pandemonium going into here. Pandemonium needs to be a little bit careful, though. He's actually dropping pretty low, and he might die. Oh, my God, he does. So
They're just snowballing off the momentum right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Every time we highlight a positive for ECX, they just throw it back in our face. The rotations right now.
a little bit of
It's clear to see that they are on point with the communication right now, ECX, though. In some of those scenarios.
Yeah.
They are the team that when they're 5 or just normally, they will just bring 5 players to every single early fight when you play against them. So, maybe lagging that a bit right now with the ringers.
That, and again, it has been a little bit of a break here on top of it all, too. So, Starzor's middle lane. He goes down. Malphus used right there. Might not have even been necessary, really. But they're going to use it to push the tower anyway, so still not the biggest in the world there. And this should be easy tower kill. I mean, Pandemonium sticking around. He has his face. No, he doesn't have it leveled, actually. He did not get it at level 6, so they're going to go for a play, though, on Hellbringer. Maybe, not really. So they hit the death grip, but they realized that it wasn't going to be worth it. So they fell back. So there goes the tower. Gonna let it be there. And even more momentum now for our Legion side. You got the top 3 farmers in this game now all belong to Druids here, including Hellbringer at 350.
Interesting, he chose to go Helm of the Victim on Madigan before finishing his Steam Boots. I mean, they do have Panda and Deadwood physical damage, but Steam Boots upgrade is so powerful as well when you have a bottle for the swapping between agility.
Yeah, as you pointed out, I think that has to be it. Yeah, there's a lot of early physical here on the Hellborn side, so.
Oh my god, he didn't spot Panda.
Nope. There's that build rot. Good use of it here.
He was in range though, but because they couldn't see each other, it didn't proc.
So the Ward of Sight is not accomplishing what they wanted it to right here. So that's a good use. Oh, now he's going to be seen. So yeah, now Malakin knows. And now here comes a counter from the Legion side, actually. Sortho's going to miss there.
And this is going to be almost... This is going to be bad if they go
Dana's going in.
Yeah.
He wants to make a play, not realizing Hellbringer's also here. There's a cannonball. Is it enough? Sword throw. Oh, it connects!
He's so
Imba Boy's,
greedy.
not Imba Boy, Ula's going for it, and he does get the kill right there. The greed is real, but it actually pays off here for Malakin.
But that's when normally you would see ECX. He's diving, they would be calling in, then 5
Boarding
TPs
in,
comes
yeah.
in. But there wasn't really, only Imba Boy keeping in there. Even, they probably didn't have them before, they just got it. Yeah.
Oh, that's true, yeah. She is level 6 now, but she's with Deadwood up here, but no, they're not going to go anywhere just yet.
Passed up mana entirely with the Doctor.
I know that does seem to... Achille does play this hero a bit. I think he actually usually likes to go this style as well with the heal.
But with the Doctor though,
yeah,
it's kind of when you have the Doctor Pebbles, I feel like you really wanna max your W. But
yeah, it's the argument. I think a lot of it is the preference. Like, this build is going to allow them to get a lot more chance for the guarantee said kill. You know, obviously providing a little more burst, but yeah, then it's not as sustainable because of the lack
he's using
of mana.
ulti right now,
Is he going somewhere? No, not yet.
Thought I heard the ulti going.
Yeah, he's flying around still. You see Malakin falling back before any jump happens. Obviously, that's another thing, too, with whenever you're going up against an Amphora, you are going to have to keep that in mind now on the Legion side, as Chelly's going to get picked off here. You got the Ward of Sight down just before, trying to block the Ancient spawns, but they find him doing that. Probably going to
The stun did get rescaled on Nymph now, I think, so it's not too big of a deal to level it anymore. It starts at 0.9 now. It was a bit worse before, I think. So now you're almost guaranteed if you hit the first, gonna hit the one going back as well, I believe. Unless they have some crazy movement speed on the hero.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm curious as well, with them with giving it 2 points, because it's not too much damage really.
Ooh. Deadwood barely gets away right there. A lot of pressure onto him, but he's able to run it off here. As you see the death grip though. Oh, it just ran out. Almost hitting Andromeda. Shield managed to escape as well. So Hellbringer's up here. Look at this. He gets a Void Talisman first item, really. Gets the Panda on the Deadwood.
Sense. It makes sense. Doctor isn't too much magic. He is magical, but it's not that much to the point of where you're gonna get punished. So it makes sense.
And it's a complete counter to really both Deadwood and Panda. So yeah, no, it's a great item in this game. For sure, so makes sense. I ought to be surprised if Midas gets one too, in fact. Because of how important it could be this game. So, oh, they found Panda, speaking of him. No, not going to go for it, though. Dr. Pulsar countering in. Nice Malphus, though. Really good timing with that said. And both Nymphora and Andromeda get picked off. They lose Pandemonium. The Malphus timing could not have been more perfect right there. Rhapsody does go down, but oh, the salvo will connect. And down goes Doctor to top it all off. Let's make a genocide, in fact, says Druids right there. Malakin takes out Deadwood. What a fight there for Druids, but yeah, the Malphus, it just hits so perfect as soon as they poured it in. Druids has a huge lead at 12 minutes in now.
I wouldn't be surprised if ECX just calls it a 15 at this point. They have worse everything in this game, it feels like.
Yeah, and it's one of those cases. Yeah, again, there's not like a crazy amount individual like on the line here, so it's, and they are playing the ringers as you mentioned, so maybe frustration if anything could be that, but yeah, wouldn't surprise me either. But yeah, we'll see what they decide to do, but it would be understandable, put it that way, if they choose to. So, but for now, obviously gonna continue to play it out here. Do I have that replay actually? Yeah, let me pull up that replay real quickly. I want to see that again. The ultimate use right there, Malphus coming out. And alright, here we go. Yes, that big fight at the Conqueror Pit that just happened. Again, you see Andromeda and Nymphora port in to try to make a play here, and they get stunned right as they poured in by Malphus and cleaned up quickly. So that's what I was getting at, yeah. God, I swear that timing could not have been more perfect. Just even watching the replay. Anyways, very good fight for Druids right there, of course. Giving them this lead that they have right now. And you got Malakin, who's now 413 GPM, farming some Ancients here. Feeling pretty good. So not a lot of positive for ECX, unfortunately.
Nymph ulting bottom. Okay. But they're not really going to find anything. Druid spread it well on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I'm not going to get anything as you see on the minimap, everyone up at the top. In fact, Pandemonium gets caught initially. So you have the time to get out. Those Demon Strikes, man, so powerful. Putting the stun out. The dot, is that going to be enough for the kill? Oh, it will be. Barely ports back. But he dies in the well. His body's like stuck in the air. It looks funny.
They just don't have anything going right now, you see. It's all good.
It is. Drew's on the verge of starting 2-0-0 here in these group stages, and two very, very formidable opponents, obviously. Complexity and now Evil Corporation here. Again, not to sell it over the top, but still, it's gotta feel good for them. Hey,
I mean, it would have been crazy big if it was the original 5 on both lineups that they beat, but it's still a great accomplishment, and it's the same for them either way.
Hey, exactly. Like they're not complaining. They're again with the bounty, especially you get money every single game. Hey, they'll take it. They get some nice money on the side here. So.
And it's not like they're gonna get less points because they're using ringers. So it's the same for them.
Exactly. So some split pushing coming on. Obviously, Evil Corporation, they're not conceding by any means just yet. Doctor's really flying in here. He does try to catch Rhapsody, but...
I think they could fight right now. They don't have any mana on...
Hellbringer has Malphus. Yeah, he's going to use it right here, actually. All 5 are here, but now Hellbringer in trouble. Malakin, though, ultimate form in the background, doing plenty of damage. Nice heal from Nymphora. Doctor gets picked off, however, but Deadlift also taken out, but Malakin, you see, he's still standing strong with Malphus. Sword throw is going to eventually port with it. Andromeda swap at the last second. Beautiful timing there. Will save Panda. They're kiting this Malakin pretty damn well, actually. But Malakin, he is still a little too powerful for them to fight. So
just Druid's getting a little antsy there. Just wanting to take the fight. It looked juicy with the Malphus Malakin combo, but 5v3, despite having a big lead at this level, you can't expect to win a fight 5v3. that simple. You have to bring the numbers every time.
Yeah. Didn't work out as planned, and so... But again, it wasn't the worst thing ever either. Just so happened that Malakin did survive and still have quite the big lead here, of course. Storm Spirit, in fact, just finished on Midas, I believe I saw there. So yeah, he's already looking very strong with his item progression. There's the Insanitarius on Malakin as well, and the Resto Stone. It's in the works here, still a little bit of time, but has a sustainer at least on Hellbringer. So some nice, very nice follow-up items already going to be coming out. I mean, the Hellborn side, to try to positive about them, it's not a whole lot again, unfortunately. I guess they do have a portal key on Deadwood here, so that is pretty good. Oh, Pandemonium though. Is he going to get killed in the end? He's barely living here. He finally does get picked up. Protective Melody to help save Midas as well as the Storm Spirit. And now Deadwood, he's in a dangerous spot. They do jump Hellbringer though. He's dropping quickly. Down goes Deadwood, but so does Hellbringer. However, it might come at a cost on Doctor. And it certainly does. He too is picked off. Malakin now chasing down the Andromeda. Believe she is going to port out actually, but more kills to their favor. And now just going to group up and push middle here. As Druid, so the pain train continues in favor of
Feels
Team
like
Druids.
ECX just aren't the team to concede, no matter what roster's playing.
Not wants to give up.
No buyback? No, they didn't buyback. Just not that high level.
Exactly. It's still pretty early on, only 18 minutes actually. So Doctor again
kind of making a point that they're all in.
Yeah, they might get a pick here actually. They will. So good chase by Emma Boy there. Actually catch the Malakin. You see Deadlift is on the run here. It's Pandemonium trying to chase him down though. I think they're going to get this kill, however, especially with Deadwood here. There's the Cannibal. Nope, missed, but the Flick will pull him in. And now Deadlift is also going to be picked up. So a couple of nice picks there by ECX at least to get something out of it. But even with those deaths, obviously still plenty going well for Druids here. Most importantly, the rest of the stone and the item progression really in general. It's still looking pretty good. Doctor is going to have an icon finish here soon. I think he might have it actually. No, not yet. But getting there, and he's going to be able to port somewhere with Nymphora, it looks like. Where are they going? Over to the bottom? Yeah. Excuse me. Not going to catch anyone, though, for now. But they can keep active with the Nymphora. Then maybe, you know, Dr. Repulsor. Find some room for him a little bit more. Maybe get a little bit of farm on Panda somehow, but it's not over just yet, and that's why they're not conceding. Feel like there's some chance here. Your Evil Corporation. Nope. Rome coming out. Meanwhile, Deadlift is going to find Andromeda, but he is going to TP away. So good there. See, Doctor, they're really trying to, they're hungry for a kill down here in the jungle. I've seen them a couple times now try to go to this spot down here, but Druids, maybe it's just the timing, but they just happen to avoid it. These couple of times.
PD on Mulligan, going Kong.
Oh, yeah. They know it looks like they might get here in time. No.
Well, no, not really.
Maybe a little too late here.
Almost.
Yep, there's the Malakin picking up the token. He's trying to chase down the Andromeda here. He pops the ultimate. It was out of range, though, for the fear effect. Meanwhile, helping in the back up, protect him, Melody. What a Melody there. The Falcon Punch was used. It didn't do any damage as a result. Malphus now coming down. And all of a sudden, the Hellborn team melting away. Okay, now I would expect the GG well played from Evil Corporation. That's got to sting. That's got to sting. That was a huge ultimate, though, by Rhapsody. Well played by STSD there.
Yeah.
And there we go.
There's the...
Yep, a little too much. Not going to...
Quick serious.
Move on. It was, yeah. Ended up being, yeah, look at the time. Yeah, it's actually going to line up pretty well. as far as how things set up here. But how about Druids again? So take it how you will, but they are 2-0-0. That's what they care about, and they're doing their job. So big ups to them, especially. Another day of looking pretty good. Got to be feeling good on top of that, and right now they're in a pretty dominating lead here, early on at least, in the group stages. So congrats to them on off to the strong start. So yeah, anything else? Any other final words about Druids here or the series?
Great showing as a team. I don't feel like there was anyone standing out in particular. They played well together, like yesterday, and yeah, well played.